Good afternoon, everyone. This is Rahul here, and today I'm going to give presentation on the topic of cellular layout or group layout, which is given by my organization management teacher, who is Dr. Mohammed Anwar. So I will start my presentation by giving a small introduction of what cellular layout is. So first of all, what cellular layout is? Cellular layout is just a facility layout where machines are arranged in a work center in that general order where they are required to produce families of parts or one product family, which means that one product has many parts, so each part goes through a different machine, and it is also known as product process layout. My second slide is objective of cellular layout. The main objective of cellular layout is elimination of waste. There are 7 types of main waste. First of all, overproduction, then inventory, motion, waiting, transportation, rework, and overprocessing. In short form, we can also say it as TIMWOOR, TIMWOOR, where T stands for transportation, I stands for inventory, M stands for motion, W stands for waiting, O stands for overproduction, and again O stands for overprocessing, and R stands for rework. So the main objective of our cellular layout is to eliminate the waste of our raw materials. My third slide is example. So as we can see in the slide, I have just given 3 types of raw materials, A, B and C, which goes through different machines and assemble at the end, at the assembly point. First of all, let us see that A raw material goes through the first machine, then to second, then to fourth, then to 8th, then 10th, then assembles at the after 10. And the same goes for B. First goes to 5th, then 7th, then 11th, then 12th, and then assembles. For C, first is goes to third machine, then 6th, then 9th, and at the end it assembles. So as we know that in many products there are more than 3 parts. So for that, I have given some different parts also, D, E, F, G, and H, which are included in next slide, where the rows correspond to the parts and columns corresponds to the machines, where X mark is where is denoted as that the particular part goes through that machine. So as we can see here that as I told you that A, B, C goes through different parts, same that D, E, F, G and H goes to different parts of machine and assembles at the end. So if we take example of D, first D goes to first machine, then second, then fourth, then 8th, and then 9th, then 10th, then assembles at the end. And different parts goes through different machines. So this is also a little bit complicated, but this is where cellular layout comes in. So in cellular layout, these A, D, F goes through these 5 particular machines. First, second, fourth, 8th, and 10th. So they are arranged in that form that first these 3 parts will go through these 5 machines instead of going through different parts, going through long routes. They have just connected these 5 machines to each other and give these products. Same goes for C and G. It goes through 3, 6, and 9. And same goes for B, E, and H. It goes through 5, 7, 11, and 12. So this is the final view after the cellular layout. Again, I have taken only 3 examples of raw materials A, B, and C. So if we denote cell 1, the A goes through first machine, then second, then fourth, then 8th, and then 10th, and then at the end it assembles. If we remember our first slide of the example, there was many complications going through because the parts were going through different parts and through long routes. But here we have assembled it in a one form, in one cell, so that there may be less complications and more productive work could be done. Same goes for C. First it goes through 3, 6, and 9, which is denoted by cell 2, and then B, 5, 7, 11, and 12, which are denoted by cell 3. Each of A, B, C now visit only one area This is the main motive. Minimizing jumping. Minimizing jumping means first in the first slide it would go through different cells, but now it has only goes to one cell and minimize the jumping. So this is the advantages of cellular layout. Reduced material handling and transmit sign. As I've said in the objective, it reduces the waste. Time also is wasted through machines, so it reduces time. Second, it reduces setup time. If we wait for example, if there is only one machine which for one product and different parts are organized in that machine, so it will take more and more time because every part will go through that machine only. But if we have cellular layout, then each part will go through different machines and at the end it will assemble at that point. And my third point is reduce work in process inventory. Fourth is better use of human resource. Fifth is better scheduling, easier to control and automate. Sixth is less floor space is required. Seventh is reduce direct labor. And then is heightened sense of employee participation and so on. So there are many advantages of cellular layout. So, but as we know that every coin has two phases, so it also has some disadvantages, which is here. Sometimes cells may not be performed because of inadequate part families. It means that sometimes we can the different parts of different families can go through that machine, so it may not work. So as I've shown in that example, that A, B and F goes through that same machine, and if that E parts of that product will go through the same machine, then it won't work because that particular machine is designed for only that part. And the second is some cells may have high volume of production and other very low. So there are poorly balanced cells. When volume of production changes, number of workers are adjusted and workers are reassigned to various cells. To cope up with this type of reassignments, worker must be multi-skilled and cross-trained. Which means that sometimes, obviously we know if you work in a factory that sometimes production always changes. Sometimes it's high, sometimes it's low. So according to that, we need to rearrange our workers also. So that is where this lacks. And my last is sometimes machines are duplicated in different cells. This increased capital investment. Okay, at the end, I would like to say that these all the slides were for the cellular layout, or we can also say that a group layout, known as both names. And the cellular layout is nothing but just a different part of machines which are arranged in that form, in which different part of one product goes through and assembles at the end. So thank you and have a nice day.